Tonight, new testimony in the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Another alleged victim detailing explicit allegations into how Epstein and Maxwell financially lured underage girls into sexually abusive encounters with the convicted sex offender. The third accuser, going only by her first name Carolyn, testifying she was introduced to Maxwell and Epstein by another alleged victim, Virginia Roberts. Carolyn saying Roberts told her they were going to meet one of her wealthy friends and she was going to give a massage in exchange for money. When they arrived at the Palm Beach mansion, Carolyn detailing for the courtroom how she first met Maxwell, stating she was ushered upstairs to massage Epstein and watch Roberts and the financier have sex before being paid $300. Carolyn becoming emotional several times over the course of her testimony as she detailed the abuse, saying she ultimately went to Epstein's Palm Beach mansion over 100 times, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week, and often at the direction of Maxwell. Carolyn telling the jury something sexual happened every single time, and that she received $500 to $600 to pose for nude photos. In one instance, Carolyn testifying to Maxwell's involvement, saying the former British socialite saw her naked and after touching her chest and buttocks told Carolyn she had a great body for Mr. Epstein and his friends. After having a child in 2004, Carolyn went back to see Epstein, but she says he asked if she had younger friends. Carolyn believes Epstein thought she was too old. Another accuser, Sarah Ransom, appearing on CBS this morning, disputing the defense's characterization that Maxwell is being tried for Epstein's crimes.
That's nonsense, and it really, really infuriates me when people say that. I was forced into Jeffrey's room to be raped by Ghislaine. Ghislaine is as responsible, if not more, than Jeffrey.
Maxwell charged with 6 counts of sex-related trafficking, pleading not guilty to all counts and denying any allegations of wrongdoing.
Tom Winter joins us now from outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Tom, you've been reporting on this trial for us since the beginning. Over the course of these testimonies, a pattern has emerged about the kinds of underage girls Epstein and Maxwell targeted.
That's right, Tom. So what we've seen from both the alleged victims that have testified here, ones we've spoken to outside of this trial that have come forward before, they seem to have kind of a common theme in that they come from backgrounds where there's typically a single parent, where there's been some trouble at home, and there's poverty at home or some sort of circumstance that's radically changed their lives where they no longer have the money. They're having problems potentially in school. They're having problems potentially with the law outside of school. And so it seems to be a kind of a thread that they've either sought out or they've become networked with a group of then girls, now women, who they've sought to bring forward for purposes of having sex with Jeffrey Epstein. That's what they've said. That seems to be the common thread. And having covered other types of cases like this, I'm thinking primarily of the Jerry Sandusky case in Penn State, where a number of the victims there, same story, issues at home, sometimes financial problems, somebody taking an interest in them, bringing them in, hoping to change their situation, and then that leads to sexual abuse. It's something that we see often, Tom.
And Tom, you know, the defense is up next. Do we have any idea how long they're going to go? And do we expect a verdict or at least the case in the jury's hands before Christmas?
So we anticipated before this trial started, just based on what prosecutors said, that they would go 4 weeks. We think that they might be wrapped up as soon as this Thursday, according to prosecutors. So that's almost 2 full weeks before they anticipated being done. The defense, based on a couple of days that are scheduled to be off from this trial next week and some of the things that the judge said, sounds like the defense may have a case of only 2 to 3 days. It's possible the jury could start deliberations in this case, Tom, before Christmas.
All right, Tom Winter for us.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.